The Parra Cave podcast, proudly brought to you by major sponsor Parra Leagues, platinum sponsor Baytech Recruitment, The Corner Post, Wick Coffee, Ashore Strata Reports, Spot On Hose and Fittings, Wine Barrel Event Hire Sydney, Rubbish Removal Kings, and Flash Conveyancing.
We are Flash Conveyancing, your property legal team, and you're listening the Parra Cave podcast. If you are buying or selling property in New South Wales, call us. Call Flash Conveyancing.
Baytech Recruitment. Baytech Recruitment. Where we're gonna find you the perfect match. All the tradies you can think of in any industry. Look out for a wrapped up Mitsubishi, Fridgie, Sparkies, Bombers, plus whatever the trade, just give us a buzz. Baytech Recruitment.
Give us a buzz now.
So give Chris a buzz on 0414 922 272 today.
Let's go! Welcome back to another show. Hi, how are ya? It's a Parra Cave podcast coming at ya. Turn it up, feel the vibe, blue and gold, step inside the cave. Yeah. Easy try in the corner. Here's your host, Troy Water, coming to you live from the world famous Parra Cave.
Hi, how are ya? Welcome back to another episode of the Parra Cave podcast. Troy Water here, and this is the Eels v Tigers review podcast, proudly brought to you by Flash Conveyancing, the best conveyancers in the land. And look, it was a 16-13 win to the Eels, but what a bludger of a game it was. It was a very frustrating game to watch. I was there with 13,124 other people, and it was a very frustrating watch, I can tell you that much. Yeah, what a game. Parramatta, they led 12-0 at half-time. They let the Tigers into the game in that second half. And I thought that Parramatta were going to lose this game in the end, when that man, Adam Dewey, scored his try and then kicked the field goal. I thought, it just had to be him, didn't it, that scored that try against Parramatta, and also kicked that field goal. I thought then, and my time being a Parramatta fan, I thought, this is just a script written for Adam Dewey. He had that week from was it week from hell? Or no, probably not week from hell. It was probably the week in the news, you could say, where he didn't play against Canberra, and then he was named to play against Parramatta, and he was certainly in the news all for 2 weeks actually. And you just thought, oh, geez, the script is written for him, isn't it? You knew he was going to come out and have a big game, just, I guess, to prove everyone wrong and whatever. I don't know. But I just thought when he kicked that field goal, I just thought, oh, geez, and scored that try. It was all about him, and here we go. But look, Parramatta, they got the first try. They got the first two tries actually. Congratulations to Talon De Silva, who got the second try for Parramatta. That was after a great run from Jordan Samrani, quick play the ball, and then the ball got to Talon, and he scored near the post or under the post, I think it was. or just around the middle of the post. And that was his 50th NRL game, so congratulations to Talon. And it was against his former club as well, so that would be a bit sweet for him, you would say, getting a try against your old club, and it was his 50th NRL game, so congratulations to Talon on that one, playing 50 games in the NRL. Look, I think that is just above the average, but Talon will be playing for a long time to come for Parramatta. He signed a long-term deal at the Eels, so who knows how many more games that will be, but great to see him get a try on his home ground. Even though the Parramatta Eels were the away side, this was a Tigers home game, one of their many home grounds that they have in Sydney. Where else do they play? I mean, they have played at Leichhardt. They won't be playing there for a while now while it goes under renovations. But they've also got Campbelltown, now Commbank Stadium as well. Where else they want to play? Allianz Stadium, is that on the table? I don't know. But look, it was just as I said, a very hard game to watch. Parramatta actually had less possession, 45% of the ball. The Tigers had 55%. The Tigers were about 6 or so minutes more in possession. Completed better as well. Too many errors from Parramatta. 67% possession for Parramatta. Completion rate for the Eels. 25 out of 37 sets. The Tigers was 34 out of 44, so the Tigers, they looked like they had more ball, more possession. They just couldn't use it. 50 more tackles made by the Eels as well, but 48 missed tackles. That's a big thing in rugby league for any game. If you can't really make a missed tackle, can you? That's a funny one, actually. Can you make a missed tackle? I don't know. Because you're not actually tackling them, are you? So it's not actually a tackle made, but it's a missed tackle. So anyway, that's just me dribbling on. But 48 missed tackles, the Tigers 26, one intercept each. But it was just 19 errors as well for Parramatta. They were lucky to get this win. Isaiah Iongi, he scored the last try of the game. I think it was from a pass from Mitchell Moses, and that was just relief at that time for the Parramatta fans, including myself. You would have seen my Instagram story, a sigh of relief. But Iongi got that try in the end. Mitchell missed a kick from the sideline, but nevertheless, it was enough to get the victory. And look, funnily enough, it is the third victory by Parramatta this season by 3 points. Very unusual statistic, that one, I think. Obviously, this game yesterday against the Tigers, 16-13, 3 points. Raiders a few weeks ago, 15-12, 3 points. And also the the funny game up in North Queensland, that funny ending to that game. What was that? 33-30, 3 points. So yeah, 3-point victories. I don't know if that's ever been done in history before, but it will be it'd be interesting to know if that has ever been done in history before. 3-point victories to Parramatta this season. So yeah, very interesting. And also, actually, another interesting little point as well. It was the third time I wore my 86 Premiers jacket, and Parramatta won. So another 3 record there for that one. But yeah, just very. I guess it was funny because a lot of the Parramatta fans said that their highlight of the game was the Wiggles at half time. So obviously Anthony is a big Tigers fan. Simon is a big Parramatta fan. So look, it probably made common sense, I guess, to have the Wiggles at half time. But a lot of Parra fans were saying that was the highlight of the game. But look, there was just so many errors, so many knock-ons, play the ball errors. There was a drop ball from Josh Adokar. Probably wasn't the best pass to him, but probably should have been taken. Mitchell Moses with his dropouts. Can we please stop with the short dropouts? I hate them. I dead set hate them. I think each and every time Mitchell took a short dropout, it went closer to that 10-metre line, but didn't hit that 10 metres. So can we just kick it long? When we did kick it long, it was a long and short, well, not short, sorry. It was a long and flat dropout, but at least it went for like 30, 35 metres, and the crowd just cheered. Yeah, it was also, I think was there the short kickoff as well, went out in the full, or it was an error or something like that, didn't make the 10 as well, that I can remember. But yeah, that short dropout, just kick it long. Parramatta in the past have not been good, not been successful at that short dropout. Yeah, sure, a few times here and there they have been, but just kick it long. Just kick it long, please. I think they will do that in the future, but that is one of my bugbears, if you haven't noticed, about the short dropouts and this game. So, Jordan Samrani, I thought he had an absolute cracker of a game. I thought he was the player of the match for the Parramatta Eels. He just tries and tries and tries each and every week. He scored a try, ran for 139 metres, 17 runs, also made some crucial tackles as well. 9 in total. But yeah, I just think Jordan Samrani, there was a time there where Josh Adokar made a break, and he sort of, I think, was in two minds as to whether he was going to take on the fullback Jareen Buller or pass it to Jordan Samrani, but I think time got the better of him. Jareen got the better of him, and he just could not pass it to Jordan Samrani. And he gave him a spray. The young bull, the old bull. I think Josh Adokar for not passing it. That was a bombed opportunity. And where the Parramatta fans were sitting, or where I was sitting as well, Josh Adokar was running towards us, and you could see perfectly what was going to happen. You thought, 100% the ball's going to go to Jordan Samrani. He's going to score the first try of the game. He did end up scoring the first try of the game, but it wasn't on that occasion. It was later on in the game. A little bit of a sort of a chip, sort of a kick-ish from, not quite a bomb, but sort of a chip sort of kick-ish from Mitchell Moses, and Jordan Samrani was there to get the ball and score the first try of the game. So, but he was absolutely filthy with Josh Adokar there, not passing him the ball, which would have been the first try of the game. But Jordan Samrani, I have been impressed with him ever since he came back from injury a few weeks ago now. I think he will lock down this centre position definitely for the rest of this year, and you would have to think at the start of next year as well. That Jordan will lock down this centre position. Can also play second row as well, but I think he is making a name for himself in this centre position. I think he will be with Sean Russell leaving, who was the starting centre at the start of the year, but he is leaving to the Perth Bears, and I think Jordan Tamrani might just actually get this centre position next year. He is a big boy, 24 years old, 25 games now in the NRL, so he is slowly getting that experience up, which is great. 12 games this year, coming back from injury. So 12 games this year, and as I said, he will play the rest of the season as well. Who else? We also, Isaiah Oongi, he scored that try at the end there. Took some crucial catches in the match as well at fullback. 15 runs, 117 metres. And also, as I said, took some crucial catches in this game as well. Scored that match-winning try. He was pumped up about that one as well. Brian Kelly, look, he took a crucial intercept at one stage there when it looked like the Tigers were going to score, but he took the intercept. He is going to cop some criticism as well, I guess, from the keyboard warriors. But 17 runs, 149 metres. He is continuing to do the hard stuff, the hard runs out of the Parramatta end, and I think wing is his position as well. Came to the club as centre, but I think he has found wing to be his position in this side. Will Penasini, well, he had a bit of a mixed bag, I thought, but he actually had a try disallowed for him. Bit of an unusual one too, it was. It was ruled to be a knock-on from Mitchell Moses. Now, what happened was the ball, obviously Mitchell has dropped it. He's dropped the ball to his foot to kick it, but Jerome Luai has got his foot to a future teammate, Jerome Luai, mind you. Just don't be... Jerome Luai, future teammate, but he did that yesterday against Mitchell Moses. He got his foot in and kicked the ball, and then it just popped up into Will Penasini's arms, I think it was, and Will went over to score, but it was ruled to be a knock-on. Had Mitchell got his foot to the ball before Jerome, and the ball went back to Will Penasini, it would have been a try. A lot of confusion at the ground with the fans. Some of the fans knew what was going on, but they got excited certainly when we went over, but it was no try. A couple of games back from injury now for Will. Talon Silva, he was solid in his 50th NRL game, but Jack Williams, I've got to say, Jack Williams, another 80-minute performance, 10 runs, 95 metres, but it's his defence. 43 tackles made, only 5 missed, but 43 tackles. He topped the tackle count on 43. The next closest to him was Jack DeBellin on 38. And the next closest to him was Sam Tuivasa, who I think was absolutely, again, he played 48 minutes. Another player who is getting more and more experience, 24 games now for Sam after making his debut last season. And this year, 13 games. And I think he is getting more and more experience, which is good because I think he is going to be the future of Parramatta in that front row position. So him and Tecum Brown as well, who got more minutes as well, 42 minutes in this game. It is now his 7th appearance in the NRL, so he's getting more and more experience as well, which is great. And I think those two guys there are going to be the front row forwards into the future. Junior Paulo, 31 minutes on his return from injury, 7 runs, 61 metres, also made Also made 15 tackles as well. So came on the field right at the end there. Someone went off for a HIA, I think it was, right at the end of the game. Did the last 3 minutes of the game. His first stint was 28 minutes. Good to see Junior back out there, but still rumours about whether he will be going to the Perth Bears. Nothing official yet. Some very strong rumours that he is, but nothing set in concrete yet. But certainly Sam Tuivasa and T-Cum Brown are the future front rowers for Parramatta, which is good to see that they are getting more and more game time and in those front row positions each and every week. So great to see there. But there's not really a lot you can say about this game, to be honest. As I said, it was a bludger of a game. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game. I thought Parramatta would have been up for this game and scoring a lot of points, and I just thought, it could have been one of those games where it was a high-scoring affair from both sides, to be honest. But both sides just making errors. It was a frustrating watch, that is for sure. But look, in the end, Parramatta got the win, 16 points to 13. We'll take the 2 points. They jump up to 13th on the ladder, which is a good thing, that is for sure. But it has been a long season, but we'll take the wins when we can. That is all you can do. You can only take the wins when you get them. As I said, it's been a very hard season for Parramatta. Only the 7th win of the season for them. So it's going to be a long, hard year, I think, next year. But it is a fresh start next year. You never know what could happen, but certainly at the moment, as I said, I thought this was going to be a massive scoring game, a lot of points scored in it, but unfortunately it wasn't. Just the errors really cost Parramatta, scoring more points, and that is something I guess they'll have to work on for sure this week when they take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Now, South Sydney, they are a bogey side for Parramatta, and they are in 7th spot on the ladder, and they will not want to drop out of the top 8. So they are a bogey side for Parramatta. Parramatta don't have the best of records against South Sydney. South Sydney beat Parramatta earlier this year, 32 points to 12 at Commbank Stadium. But they are a bogey side, and Parramatta are gonna have to do a massive job to get a victory against the Rabbitohs. But look, there'll be more of that in the preview podcast later on in the week, this week. So stay tuned for that one. But certainly a lot of workout training, probably some attack as well. I mean, it just did not click. It did not happen for Parramatta. But I will say this, a win is a win. I'm happy that Parramatta got the win. I'd be more deflated if Parramatta got the loss and fell down to 16th spot on the ladder. But they didn't. So congratulations to them on getting the win. It's got to put a smile on the dial, doesn't it, to get a win, as much as it was a bludger of a game. They got the 2 points. So, as I said, they move on to the Rabbitohs next week at Allianz Stadium. The other game involving Parramatta, across the weekend was the NRLW. It was Magic Round down there in Wagga Wagga, and unfortunately the Eels went down again to the Newcastle Knights, 32 points to 12, 6 tries to 2 to the Newcastle Knights. Elsie Albert and Keely Joseph, the new Parramatta signing who made her debut for the club last week, got a try. So congratulations to her on getting the last try for Parramatta, the last try of the match. Look, it's look, I know that the girls are trying really, really hard, but it is frustrating again, losing another game. It is their 5th game that they have lost in a row. Unfortunately, they are on the bottom of the ladder with the Cowboys, I think, getting a win on the weekend. Now their first of the season as well. So they've got another tough assignment this week against the Roosters, who sit in 2nd spot on the ladder, undefeated so far this year. So look, this could make some fairy tale round maybe for Parramatta. Maybe the Parramatta Eels could beat the undefeated Roosters. How does that sound? I think that sounds pretty good, to be honest. A lot of people will probably say that I'm dreaming, but it just look, they do say that every win that you have, you're closer to a loss. So can that work in reverse psychology as well? Every loss you have, you're closer to a win, perhaps. Look, I don't know. It's just, it is disappointing, but I do know that they are trying very, very hard. Look, at the game last week against the Warriors, they should have won that one. That was not a forward pass, and the effort was there, that is for sure. Against the Warriors, they only went down by, 2 points last week. But look, congratulations to all the fans who went down to Wagga to watch this game. And Magic Round for the women, they got 6,500 there, nearly 7,000. So it was a good attraction there. But down there in Wagga, they move it around each and every year to a different location, which is a good thing for the Women's Rugby League. Next week, the Parramatta Eels take on the Roosters, as I mentioned, up there in Gosford, Polytech Stadium on Sunday night. It's the last game of the round, 6:15 p.m. That must be, I think that could be a double header, is it? Usually they make it a double header if it's going up there, or it could be just a standalone game for the NRL and the NRLW. Let's have a look. Just bear with me. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second. No, it is a standalone game up there at Gosford, Polytech Stadium, 6:15 p.m, where the Eels take on the Roosters. So hopefully the Eels can break their duck egg of wins against the Roosters. It will be tough. Perhaps a few changes being made to the Eels team this week, just to get that winning formula somehow. But look, very disappointing. Parramatta, the score really blew out in the second half. It was 12-0 at halftime, and Parramatta got back to 12-6, and then the Newcastle Knights scored 4 tries, I should say, after halftime, and just really blew out the score. So disappointing on that front, but look, they will get a win this season, don't worry. And look, as I said, hopefully it's a fairy tale against the Roosters next week, the undefeated Roosters. That would be great. That would be a massive confidence booster. So look, that is all for this review podcast of the Eels v Tigers. As I said, It was not much to get excited about, but 2 points is 2 points, and I will take that. I will take the win, and it will be a good week walking around as a winner from the previous week, I guess. Much better than walking around as a loser around for the week. So thank you very much for listening to this round review podcast. I really appreciate that one. Give me a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and also Apple and Spotify. I really appreciate the support. Those who are already doing that, I really appreciate the support as well. It means a lot to me doing these podcasts for you guys, the fans. Thank you very much. The Parra Cave podcast by the fan, for the fans. Go Parra!